Hello, everybody. How are you doing? BeckyRaney here, and I'm coming to you today to talk to you about how to use essential oils in your daily life and all the toxins that we should avoid, how the oils can support you on a daily basis, and just it's simple, right? And many of you have just started doTERRA. Some of you have been members for years, and my goal is to keep you close to the fire, know how to keep using the oils on a day to day basis that fits your lifestyle and how all the different things that you want to work with you and your family. And so these oils are incredible and they have so many different uses and stuff. And sometimes it can be a little bit overwhelming. And so come join me every Thursday or, excuse me, every Tuesday, Tune Up Tuesday, so we can answer any questions you may have and all the different things that you want to be doing. So let me go ahead and share my screen here. See if I can pull up my video. And I'm just realizing that it's not there. So give me just a quick second. There we go. And I think you can see the screen. Here we go. So, doTERRA has done this amazing whole program with reclaiming your health. And many of us are on this journey. And believe me, it's like life just keeps happening. We start eating horrible because we're too busy to cook food or do the things that we need to do to stay healthy. And the stress and our environment is so toxic. And so, my goal and doTERRA's goal is to actually help you find how to integrate all this stuff into your life. Now, let me just tell you a little bit about Larry and I. Larry and I got married in 1989, and he's incredible. Larry's just my backbone. He really lifts me up and helps me run this doTERRA business. Before we started really doing doTERRA full time, is we owned and operated a print shop for 28 years, and this print shop was so busy. It was stressful. It was incredibly difficult. With I had 1 year, I had 72 employees. We were working on this huge, big project, and it just seemed like the stress was never ending, and it was really eating away at my health. And I had major stomach issues, but didn't know it. Like I just kept going and going and going and ignoring my health. And pretty soon, the intolerances that I had and the stresses created food allergies. And I'm going to go through and talk to you a little bit about that. I was basically just miserable with my stomach. Could not, I was bloated, gassy, of course, and crampy, and just could not figure out what was causing that. And I finally went to a naturopath doctor, and this doctor gave me a blood test that actually showed all the different food allergies that I had. And this is a chart that shows you that all the different ingredients that I was in the red zone on all of these. And beef, when I eat red meat, I know a lot of people in India don't eat beef, but when I would eat meat, my stomach would just cannot process that. I don't have the digestive fluids that can actually break down that meat. I tend to be more in the lighter meats, but I try not to eat too much protein. I eat more fish, if anything. Here's the thing. It's silent. Like I didn't know what was going on. I couldn't tell that I was allergic to eggs because if you ate something and then it takes 3 to 4 days later that your stomach would be totally messed up. And so if you're eating different things throughout the week and your stomach's kind of messed up all the time, you couldn't figure out what food was really causing the intolerance. But it's kind of like catching a cold. When you have a cold, you don't know where you caught it from. It could have been from somebody that had a cold and you were sitting there with them, but you didn't catch it for 2 or 3 days later, maybe. Or maybe you caught it right away but it takes you 3 or 4 or 5 days or maybe 2 weeks to get rid of it. And so this is kind of what happens with the food allergies or intolerances too, is that your stomach is just trying to get rid of it, but you keep insulting it with all these different things. Some of the symptoms are you get really tired all the time, but you can't sleep. You have bloating, gas pain, diarrhea, weight loss, weight gain. I'm like, brain fog is a huge one. And another one is depression. The reason why I wanted to bring up this slide is that our gut is the gateway to our whole body. And when our stomach is not healthy, nothing else really is. I mean, we're fooling ourselves if we think we are, right? And so we really want to start really working on the gut. And I'm going to go through a little bit today and talk about some of the foods we eat, but also what causes this intolerance. I've talked about the stress, I've talked about different things, but there's a lot of other stuff. We need to get our gut absorbing those nutrients. We need to get our gut feeding our brain, giving ourselves the energy for the daily, it's like putting gas in the car. We need to keep moving forward, right? And so all of these things, I have people who call me and say, Becky, I have a really bad arthritis. And I say, well, let's work on your gut. No, 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 you didn't hear me. I have bad arthritis. I'm like, work on your gut. Thyroid, diabetes, artery disease, high blood pressure, everything always goes back to the gut. So we need to be able to really focus on how to get those nutrients to feed the rest of our body. Now, um, how do these oils work? Well, the oils actually go after the root cause, which is the gut in some respects, right? And when we're taking medicines from our pharmaceuticals, the modern medicine, we actually go after the symptoms, or those go after the symptom and covering up the root cause. And so the symptoms are always going to remain if we don't actually use um, something that's going to help take care of the root cause. So, like depression or heartburn or anything like that, people are taking medicines that actually only go after that symptom. What's so beautiful about the essential oils is they go after the root cause. So many times when you're looking at protocols, you want to really be thinking about your emotions. How are you sleeping? What is your energy level? How about your irritability level? All these different things so that that way we could figure out more so what the root cause is. So a lot of you new people, as you're trying to figure out, well, what oil is good for acne? Well, what causes the acne? Is it female hormonal imbalancing or young kids with the hormonal imbalancing? Is it the foods they're eating? Is it maybe the dirty environment? Is it the gut? And I'll guarantee you about 80% of it really goes back to the gut. Now, here's a video of this intestinal villi, and it's actually inside your gut where it's like little seaweed that actually will wiggle and break down the food as it comes down through inside your gut. So it's wiggling, and that's really what helps break down the food. And it will actually absorb all the nutrients that are from the food. And so when this actually gets inflamed and has a lot of um, uh, I'm gonna say when you're eating foods, it kind of starts to rot away at your stomach lining. And here's a really good picture of like, here's the villi, right? And here's the stomach lining. And then this is a celiac disease where it's really inflamed. So when you cut yourself on your arm and it gets really pink and swells up, that's an inflammation. Well, that's what's happening inside your gut. And actually, it will eat away and cause holes inside the stomach lining, and that's called leaky gut. This is IBS. This is irritable bowel syndrome. This is Crohn's disease. This is celiac disease. It's all, I don't know why they have all the different names. Basically, it's insulting your stomach lining and causing lots of inflammation. And so we want to reverse that and help you with your stomach lining and get that back in good shape. Here's another picture or an example of how the stomach lining really starts to erode. And it's really horrible when these T cells and B cells and things are starting to um, rot away at that stomach lining. It's causing all sorts of mess. So, um, now, what causes this again? Let's go back and look at some of the root causes. It could be environmental, and that's what we're going to focus on today. Is we're going to focus on what exposed toxins that we have that are absorbing into our body. It could be from breathing. It could be from air fresheners, right? It could be from our soaps. It could be from anything that we're using to clean the home. We could always talk about, how are we exercising? How are we sleeping, like I said, and basically the foods that we eat. So let's move into how we're going to reduce that toxicity. So we got to identify the toxins and we're going to ditch those products and replace them with natural products. Okay. So, this is what's so fun. We could do so many classes on different recipes and things on how we can make things with the essential oils to get rid of those toxins. So doTERRA loves to talk about this lifestyle chart, and many of you have seen this, many of you it's still new to you. And at first, when I started doing doTERRA, I didn't get this chart. Like I'm like, well, yeah, this is normal stuff in life. We know we're supposed to exercise more. We know we're supposed to sleep more. We know we're supposed to, you know, get rid of toxins in our body, and we know we're supposed to eat right. All these things, right? But doTERRA is really going to do a deep dive in how all of these areas the oils can benefit you. So here's the top 10 essential oils that you're going to hear about most of the time through your journey with doTERRA. These top oils are in the basic kit that you can buy, the Home Essentials kit, and they're so useful for so many things. What makes the oils, I want to say, a little bit overwhelming is because there's so many things you can use them for. And it's not like taking a medicine. When you have a medicine from the doctor, they say, take it at 10 o'clock and 10 don't miss it. Well, the oils, you could do them all the time, anytime, lots of different ways. And so you want to get creative. You want to do the research a little bit just so that you can be safe with the oils, of course, but going through and figuring out different cooking recipes. What kind of foods do you like to cook? And when you're using the flavoring for food, you can actually benefit your body as using the antioxidants and building up your immune system. Maybe you're going to help with your home by diffusing. I have my diffuser running back here, and it's got On Guard in it because the weather is starting to change now here in our area. It's starting to get colder at night, and that's when we uh, start to notice more colds and flus coming on. So I'm going to start to really build up my immune system with that. Frankincense is like everybody should be doing frankincense every day. I love to drink my water. I got my water actually in this water. I've got MetaPower, and MetaPower is an oil blend with lemon oil, wild orange, grapefruit, and it is so refreshing. And I drink it more throughout the day. Now, keep in mind, I have a metal container here, or you can use glass. I have a glass right here, and but don't use plastic. I noticed that when I went to India, a lot of people drink using plastic, and don't use those bottles. Just don't even buy them. Try to go through and filter your water, boil it, make sure you get all the chemicals out of the water. Like here in the United States, a lot of times they put bleach in it, or they will put fluoride to help with our teeth. It's crazy stuff that we do that's really harmful for our body. Okay, so we're going to jump in. Now, how do the oils work? Well, this is really, really important. So, if you can imagine on the outside of the cell is a cell wall, right? And inside the cell is the DNA structure. And that's where the virus lives too. The virus actually can penetrate the cell wall, and it's very harmful to our body. Like when we were talking about the pandemic, how the virus was inside the cell. Now, bacteria lives outside the cell. What's really incredible is the essential oils are so pure and so minute, like doTERRA's oils are the pure ones, is that they can actually pass through the cell wall membrane and actually go after the virus. They can help with the DNA structure. And no really known pharmaceuticals can because they're chemically made, excuse me, and the chemical made cell wall doesn't it doesn't accept it. It's a foreign product. It's a foreign matter, and the wall will not absorb that or penetrate that. What does happen is those medicines or any harmful environment will cause an inflammation, just like inside the gut, where there's uh, outside the cell wall, there's a little receptor sites too, and those get inflamed. So that's where the brain fog comes from. That's where the miscommunication is. So being able to keep the outside of the wall nice and clean and healthy, and the inside of the wall of the cell is really important. So everywhere and anywhere you're looking up and researching what protocols and essential oils you want to use, keep that in mind that they're going to be working. Even if you put them on the bottom of your feet, they're going to absorb through every cell in your body because they're so magical. They're so amazing that have their own energy and actually can surface. Like, if you put peppermint on the bottom of your feet, you could taste it in your mouth a couple minutes later. So just know that the oils are gonna work in you, on you, and around you. That's why having a diffuser running is so valuable, is that it goes on for 2 hours, 10 hours. So if you're trying to sleep really well, have it in your bedroom with nice relaxing oils. If you feel like a cold's coming on, put On Guard in it. So there's lots of different ways that you can use the oils. Don't make it too complicated, okay? Now, because I started out with a class with digestion, I wanted to kind of keep on that thread a little bit. Now, I know this is really hard to see, and it was a screenshot I caught off someone's Facebook page, but I thought it was really important. Here in the United States, we have a product called Ritz crackers, and I know in India you have lots of different products too. But you can notice that the back in back in my day when I was growing up, when Ritz crackers first came out, I used to eat them all the time. I loved them. They were so good. But the ingredients that were available were very minute. There was like very simple list to make that. And here's the list of ingredients: flour shortening, aged whole milk, cheddar cheese, sugar, salt, and malt emulsifier, and certified color, which who knows what the coloring was in back then. But now, if you buy the same product, look at all the ingredients: high fructose corn syrup. Oh my gosh, all these chemicals: palm oil, folic acid, soybean, canola oil, whey. I mean, all this stuff is actually not so good for our bodies the more ingredients we have. And so we want to be mindful. Start reading the ingredients of things you're buying at the store and notice that that's going to be causing a lot of inflammation inside your gut. Even when you go to a fast food restaurant, now I know you have Kentucky Fried Chicken in India, I've seen those signs, and it's the same thing. Like, what are the ingredients that they actually have? Back in my day, I remember going to McDonald's and the french fries used to be incredible. And I love, love, love the french fries. And then they changed the way that they um, deep fry the french fries, and this is all the stuff that they put in it now. Oh my gosh. And so no wonder dextrose, this stuff here is so bad for heart disease. Hydrogenated soybean oil. Um, you guys, this is so incredible to think about why fast food is so horrible for us. And we really want to start, don't even, if you haven't been doing fast food, good. Don't get started. It's not the right thing. So here's a really good way to reduce toxicity. So you want to go through, and here's our upline, Cindy Brown. She has this wonderful liver detox drink that you can make. So taking apple cider vinegar, cinnamon oil, ginger oil, and lemon oil, and put apple cider vinegar in it and fill the rest of your mug with warm water. Now, I also like to add honey to it, and I drink this every day, every morning, and I'll actually put it in my coffee, believe it or not. And I love it. It's really good. Um, you'll start feeling better and better, and it just takes, we've been eating crappy for a long period of time, so it's going to take a little bit of time. Consistency is key to be doing this, and then once you do that, then start flushing your body out with lemon water, or grapefruit oil or anything like that, right? Here are some other cleansing oils. Now, this is a real important slide. Many of you always want to know, what are these oils for? Like, why would you want to use celery seed oil? And celery seed is really good for cleansing. Cilantro oil is really good for getting the metals out of your body. So if you have a lot of metals, like feeling heavy and drained and tired all the time, maybe you have a job that's working in construction where you're dealing with a lot of heavy metals, or I even had mercury filling in my teeth, and I replaced it with porcelain fillings, and that mercury filling is very toxic to our body and it's leaching in our body. And so thinking about all these different things that we deal with as health concerns, all these oils, doing it on a daily basis. Now, let me rephrase that. Let's say you're dealing with fatty liver. Well, you want to take maybe ginger oil every day, because that one is going to help reverse that. You're going to want to, maybe if you're having expanding bile ducts, well, look at the geranium. Maybe you're having swollen ankles. Well, swollen ankles is a diuretic thing. So if you want to do cypress oil, I do that like in a infuse it in like avocado oil or castor oil, and I'll infuse it in that, and then I'll rub that on my legs and stuff, and that really is incredible how that helps with swollen ankles. And that is just something where your body, if you have swollen ankles, your body's not behaving properly. You need to really start walking and getting that lymphatic system moving more. Zendocrine blend is a blend of many different oils, and it supports the ability to rid itself of unwanted substances. So, taking Zendocrine internally every day is another way to help support the liver, the pancreas, all of our organs that we have inside our body that's a filter to help get rid of those. Okay, so now I know that I get quite asked this question quite often about parasites, and parasites are could be anything from like flies, and flies land on your meat and they lay eggs. You guys, it's horrible. And so these parasites you're eating actually get inside your intestines, and you really want to get those out of your body because they're living off your body. Now, we are coexisting with microorganisms, right? We need to have some of that in our body, but not parasites. They're draining you of your nutrients and all those things. So the best oils for killing parasites are these, and oregano and thyme. I take those daily as well. And I know this is really, maybe if you feel like you're bloated and you just can't seem to get rid of that, then maybe do a parasite cleanse for maybe 5, 10 days by taking oregano and thyme, clove and ginger internally for, say, 10 days, and maybe twice a day, 1 drop of each. Put it on the calendar, maybe go back to it maybe 3 to 4 months later and do that again. Here again, I talked about some citrus oils. I love, love, love grapefruit. Grapefruit is one of my favorite. Now, I should have added Metapower on here because that is now available in India. Metapower is lemon, wild orange, grapefruit, peppermint, and ginger essential oils. And this one here is really great for leveling out your blood sugar levels. But you are going to be wanting to be drinking these every day, all the time, no matter what. So it just takes 1 or 2 drops in a big container like this, and then what's really cool is it actually will collect on the side of the container. So when you add more water to it, you don't need to add more essential oil. So it's up to you. I love the strong flavor because I've gotten used to it. So I do 3 to 4 drops. Okay, now let's talk about cleaning in your home. If you're to go through and do some cleaning, look at all the cleaning supplies that you have. There is so many harmful products inside of our cleaning supplies. Turn the back of the container around and look at the ingredients. Now, this is an overwhelming slide, and I did that on purpose is because it's talking about all the safety and stuff like that, all these different things that are going on. Oh my gosh, you guys, how is this even approved in our countries? It's just a shame. It's a crime, actually. So, well, you can go through and replace a lot of those cleaning supplies by using simple ingredients like baking soda. This absorbs and eliminates odor. White vinegar is antifungal and antibacterial properties, and it actually, to me, it's really great for like cleaning windows and metals and stuff like that. I use Castile soap all the time. This is really made from boiled down olive oil, believe it or not. Did you know that soap is actually from lime and fat? So it came from a long time ago when they used to cook meat over an open fire, and the fat would drip down into the um, coals of the fire, and then it would rain, and it would actually would create suds, and that is where soap come from. So Castile soap is actually boiled down for a long period of time of olive oil, and that created soap. So this is a very natural product. You can buy it in India. It's on Amazon. I've looked. I'm sure it's in your stores. But what you could do is you could take a water bottle. Oh, shoot. Yeah, here. A water bottle like this, and make sure it's glass. And then you can put like white vinegar, maybe a tablespoon or 2 teaspoons of Castile soap. And then I will take one of these oils. I love doing On Guard oil. I'll add lemon oil to it, or maybe Melaleuca, and you can make your own potion, and then you can go around and clean all the surfaces. You can do so many different things with this. It's very safe. Most of the cleaning supplies that you would use to clean your counters and things like that, that are chemicals that you buy at the store, say wipe off or spray on the counter, wipe off, and then wash off. How many times do you go back and actually wash that off? Incredible. Now you can also use this as a furniture cleaner, so you can use like fractionated coconut oil in something like this, and then use the essential oils like lemon is really good for cleaning furniture that is wood with varnish on it. Um, Sometimes you get sticky stickers on things, so lime oil and lemon oil is really good for removing the sticker stuff. Um, so here's a lot of just really great ways to use that. Again, here's what I was just talking about. I did a screenshot of this all-purpose cleaner that I'm talking about from Amazon India. So this is how much that cost. And you would just use just a tablespoon, and put in this. Can you imagine how much money you're saving? It's incredible. Really, seriously, it's just a great way to go. Now, we're going to move on and talk about face cosmetics. And these are some chemicals that are found in like our makeup, our supplies that we use to clean our face and stuff like that. Everybody should be changing out all those chemical cosmetics that we have and using the doTERRA product line. The doTERRA product line is incredible. We're getting rid of those chemicals. My favorite product actually is Invigorating Scrub. It has little beadlets in it and peppermint and grapefruit, and you can just really feel how nice and clean it is. My face runs very oily, and so another thing we can do is you can put like cedarwood oil on it, and that will actually help the oil come down. Now, if you tend to have a dry face, then you would want to use maybe the hydrating cream. So there's lots of different things. There's a whole class on this whole facial line, so it's really powerful to look for that class. Um, okay, then we also have the shampoo, which the shampoo is incredible. My hair has never been as healthy. Again, my hair does run a little bit oily, and this stuff though it really does freshen up my hair, and it's just wonderful. Now, the On Guard toothpaste, here in the United States, we have brands called like Crest or Colgate, all these other lines of toothpaste. And on the bottle, it actually says, do not swallow. You guys, do not swallow because of all the chemicals in there. It is incredible. Think about gum disease, all the stuff, and then, oh, so On Guard oil has On Guard essential oil in it. And On Guard essential oil is going to help with the inflammation and the gum disease. And this oil, this toothpaste, has a natural whitener. There's no fluoride in it. I mean, we can go on and on and on about all the ingredients that are in this On Guard toothpaste that are healthy for you. You can swallow that whole bottle and be okay. So for kids and people, seriously, this is another way to get rid of all of the different chemicals that we have in our home. Now, this month, the product of the month for doTERRA is Digestin. This is September 2024 if you're watching this later. So in India, the product of the month is Digestin. You guys, this is what oil I started to use. Digestin helped me with all that villi, all that stomach issues. And I rarely use it anymore, but I do from time to time just to kind of stay on top of it, right? You can use this topically. You can actually take this internally as well, but in India, the product isn't registered as an internal product here, see? And so, but if you felt like it, you can. Okay, now doTERRA also just brand new came out with the Terra Shield, and the Terra Shield is a spray for bug spray. This is a fun product to have. Keep it in your purse or in your car, perhaps, as you're running around with the bugs when they come out in the rainy season and stuff like that. Roman chamomile this month is 150 promotion. Roman chamomile is a beautiful essential oil. It's really great for skin. It's really great for so many different things. And I'm going to do a video and I'll attach it to this one later on Roman chamomile because of all the beautiful properties that this oil has. Again, here we are looking at that chart that we started out with on our call today, and we're looking at the nutrition and digestion, your metabolism and exercise, rest and managing stress, reducing the toxic exposure. Informed self care is all about what we're doing. So, the more we learn about how these oils can benefit you, which parts that they can be helping access different areas of your life, the better off you're going to be. So keep joining us on these calls and inviting your friends too. So if you're a new person just watching this video for the very first time, wonderful. Welcome. Thank you for joining us. And how to get started. We love setting up people with 25% off wholesale price or retail price. You're going to get it as a wholesale membership. And I like to call them a subscription. Really, that's what it is. It's a subscription because you can buy stuff every month if you wanted to, or every day if you wanted to. Really, there's no limit. But if you buy every month, you actually can take advantage, if you decide it's not required, of a monthly loyalty reward program. This loyalty reward program is so powerful. It's really incredible for getting deeper discounts. And let me just go into that here in a minute. So, wholesale membership is really popular. And also, you could see the value of how the oils really work for you. Maybe you'd like to earn a little bit of income or a lot of income, depending on how you share and how many, people you share with. And it started out with me when I realized how incredible, amazing these oils are. Like, oh my gosh, they're just so amazing that I had to share them with other people. And I saw how wonderful and helpful they were for my stomach that I couldn't hold back and not share with other people. And I started sharing. And then pretty soon I had a class, and everybody in my class wanted to be a member, and I couldn't believe it. It was just incredible. So you may find that too. You may not. That's okay. But still, taking advantage of the 25% off retail price is the only way to go. And here's why. See, the doTERRA likes to reward people for being loyal. So every month you place an order. So perhaps you sign up with a membership kit, like a discounted kit, and then that's your first order. Then the next month is your loyalty reward order. You would just click on and create a loyalty reward template, and each month you order something. And in month 1 through month 3, you're gonna get 10% back in product credit points. Month 4 through 6, you're gonna get 15% back. Month 7 through 9, 20% back. Month 10 through 12, you're gonna get 25% back in addition to that wholesale membership discount. And then at month 13, you're going to get 30% back. So that's really like saving 55% from retail price if you look at it that way. So, in order to maintain that, you do want to order something every month and at least one PV. Now, what is PV? Well, PV stands for product value points. So, if you purchase a lemon oil at a certain Indian rupee price, it probably is around, I don't know, don't quote me on this, maybe 13 PV. That 13 PV is the same in United States. That United States US dollars is around 13 US dollars. But all over the world globally, we need to speak in the same terms. So PV, product value points, is universal with all currencies. So when we talk about PV, one PV will maintain that. You won't jump up on the level, but you're going to keep it open. If you miss a month, it's going to go back all the way back down to zero and you're going to lose your points. So you don't want to miss it. Order toothpaste if you're having a light month, and then maybe the next month you order a bigger volume. You're going to want to order at least 50 PV to increase. You're going to want to order 100 PV as your investment in your business to earn commissions. Now, remember when I talked about the digestion oil this month? Well, you'll get that free if you order between the 1st and the 15th and you order 125 PV product. So this is just another way to get even deeper discounts by getting a free product from doTERRA. Sometimes, month to month, we will have a different value. This month actually is 150 PV that you'll get that free Roman chamomile. If you do a 200 PV, you'll get another free product. But you want to keep a mindful, watch out what the promotions are so you know what the free oils are, what's happening. And if there's 150 PV or 200 PV, so you know that you can take advantage of those products. Okay, so I just wanted to thank you for joining me. And if you want to see all the different classes I'm going to have in the month of September, next month we're going to talk about school, things you can do for thinking and focusing, anxiety, germs, all that kind of stuff. Then the following month, we're going to have our doTERRA United States convention, which is a big deal. I'll be leaving and going to that, so I won't be having a class, but I invite you to join that virtually, and I will be doing some of those recordings and showing you the recordings as well. So stay tuned. Seriously, we're going to come out with a bunch of new products. They may not be available right away in India, but it's good to be mindful knowing how I really like the science and the information behind that. It's the only time really that you hear a lot of really good uh, technical stuff behind these oils. doTERRA will do it at the convention, but they won't do it. I always ask myself, why don't we get more information on some of these oils? The reason is the FDA really, we can't talk about all the amazing things that these oils do because big pharma kind of gets involved, and so we have to be compliant. And so this is the one time that we get a lot of that information scientifically that will help us understand and educate everybody about it. So this is a great way to get right to the source. And then on the 24th, I will be going over those new products and stuff as well. Now, if you wanted to yourself join this virtually, where you can watch it for 30 days, there's a cost to it. Now, 80 Indian rupees is like, I think it was like 7,000 Indian rupees. $80 United States, I think, is around that. I don't remember. I apologize, you guys, that I didn't figure that out. But if you go to convention.doterra.com, you can purchase the ticket, and you can watch that. Again, I will be doing some videos and some of these products and stuff, but it's not the same. To be able to get this information from doTERRA in United States straight on is really powerful. And then doTERRA India is not going to do a convention in one place like they have over the last couple of years. They're going to actually come to you. They find that many people have a hard time paying for the cost of traveling in India, so they're going to come to you. And these are the locations that they picked out this time. Um, so definitely try to find yourself to one of those locations, and to reach out to me if you have any questions. This Reclaim Your Health is a lot of really fun hands-on DIY recipes and things like that that you're gonna make, and it's just really lots of fun. So also right now we're just started doing this Bali trip. This Bali trip is something that you can run for if you wanted to earn points and things like that. By sharing the oils with others, you get to earn a free trip. So ask your upline who invited you to watch this video more about the Bali trip. You got to get started right away, and it's going to be a blast. So I just wanted to lastly thank you for joining me today, and reach out to the person who invited you to watch this video, and they will get you started, get you joining doTERRA. We want you to be on our team. So there's some specific ID numbers for enroller and sponsor that the person wants to share with you. And if that was me, reach out to me. And if it's some other leaders, please reach out to them. We all get to help you and support you. That's what's so beautiful about doTERRA is we're not in competition. We're all helping together. So thank you so much for joining me today. We hope you have a beautiful day. We'll talk to you soon.